Hello, dear investor, and welcome to this Akka tutorial, whereby I'm going to explain to you how our platform works. Now, before we start, just making sure that you are up to date on the onboarding process. If you do not see this when you enter our app, when you enter the platform, that means there is something else we need from you, whether this is in order to complete the KYC or KYB, or whether we have missing information from your profile that we're going to need first before you enter the platform. Now, you can always check your process in our process bar, which you can find on the top right corner. If it says 100%, that means that you are completely 100% onboarded and there is nothing else we need from your side. If, for instance, you are still not on our Discord servers, please allow me to tell you that this 100%, there is a button. When you click on it, it will send you automatically to our Discord server so that your profile and the Discord are both connected and you have 100% of the onboarding process done. Now, let me start with the process on explaining to you how the platform actually works. Now, when you go on the homepage, you have the fundraising. This is the past fundraisings and the current fundraisings that we're doing. Let me start by explaining first the buttons that we have on the top right corner. Firstly, you have the Refer Your Friends. This is part of our Refer Your Friends and Referral program, whereby here we're going to explain to you the benefits that you have if you share with your friends how to become a Akka member and they become an Akka member afterwards. Then on your right, you have the click on the button that sends you directly to Discord and that tells you also how much or what we need in order to be 100% onboarded. And then you can always change your language on the right. Now, when you go on the fundraisings, you're going to always have on the top side of the page, the current fundraising process that we're going to do. In this example, we don't have any, but you will always have the current fundraising process on the top right. Then you're going to have also the completed fundraisings that we have done in the past. Now, let me, for instance, click on any project that I have here. For instance, I don't know, Quixotic. When I click on it and discover the project, we begin what we call the project page. The project page, as you see, is quite simple. You have always the name of the startup. You have here some tags, LinkedIn access and website access. On the right, you have here, if it's already completed, or the date whereby we're going to end the fundraising period. You have the valuation of the startup, the minimum goal, and the maximum amount that we can raise. Now, I always get this question quite a lot, which is, Javi, what happens if, for whatever reason, the club doesn't arrive to the minimum threshold? If this happens, the whole operation gets cancelled. That means that even if you wanted to invest, or if you had put an intention in order to invest, if as a club we don't arrive to the minimum threshold, the deal will not happen. Fortunately, this has not happened yet, and I hope it will not happen, but it's a basic trigger for us that if the project wasn't sexy enough, the minimum threshold is not handled. Now, the good question here is what happens if we go above the maximum, what we call above the cap? Now, if we go above the maximum, we will apply an algorithm. Let's say you wanted to invest 5K in one single opportunity. If for whatever reason at the end, instead of 400K, we are at 500K, we will apply the algorithm so that instead of investing 5K, unfortunately, you will only be able to invest 4.5K. This will only be known at the end of the investment period phase. Afterwards, you will have here on this quarter, you will have the documentation. The FDI is the page documentation that we need to send to the regulators. You will have, of course, the investor's deck, historical figures, and the business plan of the startup. You will always also be, in this case, it's in Spanish, but you will always have the problem, solution, market size, competition, business model, if they have already done some figures, go-to-market strategy, team, etc. You will find it here on the overview. You will also be able to see the team and the co-founders and check them on LinkedIn, and also have a little bit of a review that we have sent overall. Now, I can open another page so that you can have a little bit of a look how it technically looks when we open a new construct page, and you can find here basically the different overviews. At the same time, you have also here on the right bottom corner, you will have a button which will address you directly to the Discord page, the Discord channel, whereby you can discuss this opportunity among your peers. It's always a good thing to debate and have a nice discussion about the different opportunities that we present to you in Akka. For instance, as well, you will have a button here. It will say, okay, I want to invest in this opportunity. And when you click on this button, always, of course, that the fundraising is open, you will click on the button and there was a pop-up that's going to show up and you will be able to invest via that specific pop-up. Now, let me share with you a little bit about the different portfolio. Let's say you have invested in 3 companies. Every single quarter, we will send you reports of those investments. You will be able to check those reports, whether you are a member in the future or not. You will always be able to check them via here. Okay, so you will have your own investment, your own portfolio, and you will always be checking the reporting slide here on the portfolio channel. Now, it's important to note that there is one thing is to be a member in Akka, and the other thing is to be an investor in Akka. Whereby you are an investor for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years, always that you have done an investment, you will be always connected to this specific page, whereby you can check all your reportings along the different years. This, as I said before, will come always a new report every 3 months. You can also check your intentions that you have done in maybe other different deals. Very important is, of course, your wallet. This works like any other wallets you can imagine from any other investment platform. You will have to top up your wallet in order to be able to invest in any different opportunity. Now, I want to note a couple of things here. Firstly, do bear in mind that transfer may take from 24 up to 48 hours. So if you want to invest in a specific opportunity and you made up your mind, my suggestion here would be, let's try not to wait until the last minute to put our intention. It may happen that the last day of the intention, I put the transfer up in order to credit my wallet, and it takes more than 24 hours the transfer to arrive, and I will be missing the window opportunity in order to invest in that specific startup. That, of course, would be a huge shame. Now, that's the first point. The second point, and this is even more important, it's extremely important that the bank account details match with the holder of the profile. So, as you know, because of investment regulation criteria, it's extremely important that when you do an investment, you always do it from the KYC or KYB that it has been validated. So if Max, for instance, has done the KYC and he will invest in his name, it's important that the account whereby Max is doing the transfer has the same name as Max, as the same name that he has done the KYC. If this does not happen, the problem is that Lemonway, which is our payment provider, will block the transfer. This creates, of course, a lot of frustration because you have sent, let's say, 5K in order to invest in a specific opportunity. And the issue is that Lemonway has blocked that transfer. The transfer will eventually arrive, but they will arrive back to you after 1 or 2 weeks. Hence, you will miss the investment period. And second, you will have 2 weeks whereby you have 5K out of your account. In order to avoid this, it's extremely important that we always transfer and credit our wallet from the card provider or account provider that we have validated with us. You can also do it via credit card. Just telling you, the bonus point of doing it with credit card is quite immediate, meaning you will not have to wait 24 hours. However, there is a maximum amount that you can actually credit your wallet via credit card. So don't wait until the last second to make up your mind, or credit your wallet beforehand so that you can take the decision until the last minute. But please don't wait until the end, and be sure the account of the bank account and the KYC account do match with the exact same name, whether it's your physical person or a company's name. Now, you will be able to also check your membership on the membership lights. Here, you will basically check what type of membership you have and until when you have it, and you will be able also to check your credit history. We have also something called automation, which is actually quite interesting for you. Let's say you are a type of investor who doesn't have much time and you wish actually to change a little bit the way we invest, and you want to invest in all different opportunities. However, you want to decide afterwards if you do it or not. Here in your case, it's quite interesting so that you don't miss out on any opportunities to do an automation. This means you will invest in all opportunities that the cloud has to offer, completely automatic. Let's say I want to invest 5,000 euros in the next 10 deals. I will just have to put hey, I want to, for each intention, put an amount of 5,000, and I want to do that in the next 10 deals automatically. Of course, you need to have your balance in the wallet in order to be able to accrue this specific automation. Then you will be able to click on save, and the automation has been already created. So the moment that we present a new opportunity, your intention will be automatically allocated already, and you will not have to do anything manually. This is absolutely great if you want to diversify completely your portfolio and you want to invest the more or less the same amounts in every single deal. Bear in mind, you can of course always edit that intention, but you will have to do so in the investment period phase. You will just have to go basically to my portfolio. You will go to my intentions, and then here you will be able to edit your intention. Having said that, you will of course have to do that within the investment period phase. You can cancel it, you can put more money or put less money. That's completely up to you. Also quite interesting is to speak about the club page. In the club page, you will be able to check different things which are quite a lot of interest for you. Firstly, we have, of course, our academy. In the academy, you could have and discover different trainings with quizzes so that you can get even more acquainted with the startup ecosystem and the venture capital. Now, these quizzes we always update on a weekly and on a monthly basis so that you have always an up-to-date, the best training exercises and discovering a little bit more about how Akka works, how the investment phases work, and how the startups work. You will be able also to check the different events we have for you in the different clubs and areas that we foresee, and you will be able to also reserve your spot in the different events that we have with them. Also very interesting is the members directory. Here, as long as you want, you can of course excel yourself on being on the profile of the different members so that you can check and see other potential members that have the same interests as you, or you're looking for specific profiles. Let's say I want to know a little bit more about the automotive industry, because there is an automotive deal and opportunity that came up through Akka, and I want to check with them and see with them because they probably have a little bit more expertise. I will just have to go to filters, for instance, and here I will check, let's say, business owner. I will check automotive sector, show members. And here I have the different automotive owners. So this means that these profiles, they own a company related to the automotive sector, which is extremely great because maybe I'm not so knowledgeable and I can use this opportunity to talk with my peers and get to know them a little bit better. And I can ask them what they think about the different opportunities. You will be able to write them directly on Discord, email them if they have so selected the email phase, and at the same time check their LinkedIn. This is actually quite useful to have this networking effect and get to know more members from the club. Also, you will be able to check different replays and different videos that we have updated since we actually started the club. This is whether there's videos from other clubs or videos that you will have on your own that you can double check, videos from the academy or club lives that we do with the different peers that we have and the different CEOs. And of course, we also have a site where you have the different resources that we recommend, whether this is books, podcasts, TV, films, etc., that we recommend you looking so that you can double check on anything, of course, related to startup and venture capital ecosystem. Now, on the last page, you have your own profile when you can check, change your photos, change your interest, and do a lot of things so that your profile is always up to date. If you need any help, if you have any questions, do remember you have always the need help here on the button. You can check here on the right corner, whereby we have also a little bit of a chatbot, and you can always write us a ticket via Discord. I hope this tutorial was really useful for you, and I hope to give you a little bit more insights on how the investment process works in the next video. Have a good one.